Jeffrey, who was your favorite baseball player growing up?
Growing up, we didn't have social media and we didn't have cable like we do now, so it had to be a regional team. Usually it was a Yankee or a Met. It depended on the season. I used to like to copy Darryl Strawberry, Doc Gooden, Don Mattingly. Depends on the situation. Ricky Henderson. So if I had to throw to make, it was Dave Winfield. If I had to hit a ball to the right side, I'd get on the left side and be like Don Mattingly. You know what I mean? If I needed to show some speed in the outfield, it was Omar. You know, it was somebody in the outfield. Willie Wilson was in Kansas City, so you knew guys who were close that I try to emulate their skill set.
Sure.
So it was baseball.
And which one did you think you ended up being the most like when all is said and done?
Who did I want to be like? At that time, Ricky Henderson was the complete player in the 80s. Then you had Barry Bonds, and you had Eric Davis. You had guys that played the game and had 5 tools. So those were the ones, because they played both sides of the field. You know, they played offense, they played defense. They stole a base when they had to. They had to hit the ball over the fence if they had to. They can get the base hit, they can bunt. So it was the whole package.
Your coach told me your freshman year he brought you up to varsity, and your first at bat right here on this field. For one of the first pitches you took, you drilled it right down the middle of the field for a double. You ended up stealing third, and you score on a bloop, and that was just kind of the start of everything. When you were out there, you know, taking your first major league at bat, did you think back to that moment too?
No,
well,
I was just playing in the moment.
Just playing in the moment.
Just playing in the moment. I mean, that keeps it easy. I wanted to compete. The game itself is just fun, but it's hard. You're playing an opposition, so it's not about you. So if I start thinking about myself versus the situation, then I'm taking away from the enjoyment of the competition. And all too often we start thinking about how we look, what we can do. Hopefully somebody see me do this. What about the wins and losses? What about just the competition, trying to beat that pitch or that play? Or it keeps it simple, but it's so many variables around us that makes that simple activity or that competition be convoluted and make it difficult. And the game is hard enough as it is.
You played a lot of different places. You went to California, but what is special about New Jersey high school baseball that you don't find in college, on the West Coast, or even in the majors?
The seasons, first and foremost. You know, when the weather breaks, you know it's baseball season. You know, when it gets cold, it's football season. And when it's really cold, it's basketball season. So you look for the weather breaking in the spring. You know it's going to be some cold days, but more importantly, when I came up, we played Linden and Elizabeth, Irvington, and Cranford, and Westfield, and Rawway, and Kearney. I mean, we played here in this region. I would like to say this is one of the best regions in Jersey, because we played. There was a lot of talent that came out of Union County in the 80s and 90s. The competition, you usually played against them growing up in these little league tournaments, Legion tournaments. That was our peers, but they were also our competition. So when we got to high school, you pretty much knew. I knew who was the Westfield cast, the Dave Browns and the Muellers and the Leroy Gormans, and I knew who the cats were over there in Plainfield. I knew who the cats were over there in Linden, but we all grew up together, and that's what's the beauty of it. It was still sport, and so I haven't seen it. I knew who was good and who wasn't, and they knew who was good, and we all had tendencies without having scouting books. So that's what was fun about it.
Who's your favorite baseball player now?
I guess my sons. I guess my friends' sons. I tell you, I'm a father of a few, but I'm an uncle and I'm a friend. I like good baseballs for both. I had to look at TV. I like watching a few guys that play the game. One is Mookie Betts, MVP. I like Christian Yelich. Of course, Mike Trout. I like the Astros. I like how they play the game. I like Cleveland when they get going. The Cubs are playing. I like guys who play baseball. Steal the base, smile when they hit it, because it's hard to hit a moving ball, man. That's what people don't understand. It's hard to steal a base when they're not trying to let you steal a base. It's hard to, on a pitcher, not to throw strikes and not have these guys hit the ball over the fence. Houston gets it.
Houston.
Boston gets it. They got that patch. The Yankees will hit you, but they got to pitch. So when they pitch and hit at the same time when they get healthy, they're fun to watch because God knows they might break a record that day. We don't know what record.
Mm-hmm.
When you start, we appreciate good and bad baseball. Like Atlanta, I like what they're trying to get done. Philly's building a team, and when they come together, they're gonna play good baseball.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not just the person; it's the game. I like watching good baseball. I appreciate good baseball. Like right now, the bases are drunk. It's still the first inning. Yeah, they're on the road. They got us making adjustments. That's what this game is about. That coach has to go out there and figure out how am I going to stop these guys because they out here trying to bust our tail out here on our field. We'll see what Scotch Plains does today.
Mm-hmm. You played against the Yankees a couple times. You mentioned it's about as close as you got to home in the '90s with the Orioles, the dynasty years. What were some of your best moments from?
You know, so crazy. From '93 to '98, the Orioles actually had the better record over that.
That's true.
It was 5 years.
'98, there was that brawl in Baltimore. Were you?
A lot that, no, it was 90. It was 97.
Bro.
That was a fight. 98 it spilled over in Baltimore, but 97 was that fight. That's when we went wire to wire, and Armando Benitez hit Tino Martinez in his back, and all hell broke loose. I was in right field that day. Woo! If you remember, and how old were you in '97?
I was 0.
That's what I'm saying. That's how memorable that brawl was. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad no one really got hurt. I mean, Armando Benitez. That's before radar guns were accurate. I think I saw his soul leave his body on him when he got hit. And Armando, because Bernie Williams had a home run into the upper deck over my head, and Armando just got mad and tried to hit somebody. So, but that's baseball. That's baseball. I'm glad it is. But we don't see those final fights anymore.
You don't see them in high school, especially either.
Hope
not.
They don't know how to fight. They'll bring a bat out there. They'll do something dumb instead of just throwing a fist.
You never had any, obviously there was never any fights in high school, but did you have that school that you wanted to beat when you played here at Scotch Plains? Elizabeth.
They were the Golden State Warriors. Coach Corn had a program, and if you competed against them, somebody more than likely saw you do it. And if you beat them, it'll be remembered. And we didn't beat them. We played hard, but we just couldn't beat them consistently. And not until the summertime we started getting to them. But Elizabeth was the dynasty. Oh. Get to it.
There you go.
You got it?
There you go. Yep, I appreciate it, man.
Okay. You got enough?
Yeah.